hiding by the watchtower. Oh god, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Taberu's entire army casually just meanders on by. Nope, nothing here. I do like Taberu sending a probe. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it is interesting to note that Taberu's main only has 7 probes mining minerals.
Oh, wow. So maybe transferred a few too many there. We look at the probe count, the harvester count. Taberu is up 60 to 56. Now 61. His income, however, isn't quite to what Destiny's is because he's had those probes off mining. A little bit of a confrontation going down at Destiny's third. And to note, at the bottom left, there is a probe that is patrolling between the bottom left main and the bottom left third. I really like that play. It's one extra probe. It's no real big deal. And what it does is it's looking for where the next likely expansion for Destiny is going to be. With a probe just patrolling between those 2 points, he also catches the natural if any creep were to pop up. Very, very good play by Taberu spotting that out. Now Destiny going really, really roach heavy. Pulling up the unit counter, he's got 27 roaches to 18 banelings and 19 zerglings. Not sure I like that play considering the power of the force fields that are out, along with the number of stalkers. Only at +1 for themselves, but still a bonus 15 versus armored. Going into engagement here, right in the middle. Roach is trying to get a good concave, but just so many stalkers. My computer is slowing down so much. All the acid spit, all the lasers shooting. Oh, and here come the overlords trying to move in while Taberu is on the aggressive point. Banelings need to drop down, and they do. They roll right in, and they take out a good number of stalkers. Not against the light units they'd prefer to be hitting, but they're still doing powerful damage. Just been sitting in those ventral stacks waiting to be dropped, and now Taberu is in full retreat, trying to warp in more stalkers at the southern pylon. Not letting Destiny get the concave that he may want. Oh, and Blink has finished. I didn't even see it being researched. Some great Blink micro, maximizing the life of the stalkers, and he could really take out a lot of overlords that would set Destiny back in the supply max. So even more roaches are coming out, and we do have infestors being made. I saw, can't even think of the name right now, but it gives them the starting energy. It was being researched, so they will start out with enough to fungal growth. And now we just have a little dance back and forth as Destiny is supply blocked. His fourth has finished. There is nothing mining out it as the stalkers find it. They say, wow, free hatchery, let's take that. Oh, some stalkers at a bad rally being caught by a lot of roaches. 5 free stalkers. Maybe just 2. Blink saves 3 of them. A hatchery does go down though. Destiny really needs to find a new place to expand to. As I brush up against the mic with my drink. Sorry about that. Now Neural is being researched, but we haven't seen any major units that would want to be neuraled by Destiny. No Colossus, no Immortals out. Just passing the...
That was exactly what I was just thinking.
Just passing the 1740 mark. Now Immortals are on the way. This is in patch 1.4, so the Immortals are going to have the bonus range 6, but that also means that the Neural only has
8
range
more
7.
infestors out.
8 more. Wow, he's going to be going real heavy. He hasn't researched Burrow, so he's not going to be going for any sort of tunneling infested Terran into the mineral line play. Huge blink. Man, my computer is just not up for StarCraft today, but you know what? We're going to cast this game anyway. I'm not going to stop halfway through. If we are halfway through, I have no idea how much longer we have left. I hope this game never ends. This is a lot of fun. We have Fungal out and ready on 6 infestors here. Another one on the way, and no doubt another one is crawling its way, leaving its slimy goop behind. There it is. All 8 are ready to go, and that will lock down any form of blink. High Templar on the field, though, and feedback could be devastating. Storm just finished as well, and we've got 3 High Templar. All are storm capable. Won't be terribly effective against these roaches. Against the infestors, though, it might just be armored. They start off with 0 armor itself. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. But who am I to question Mighty Blizzard? They're the ones that are making multi-billion dollars a year, and I'm just some little kid on YouTube. Now, a 4th is going down for Destiny. That The probe, I don't know if it will scout it. It does not. It will catch the creep when it happens, though. And a big engagement coming down here. Feedback's going down. Storms dropping. Fungal's dropping everywhere. Huge caster madness. The Roach is getting a good concave on a lot of the Stalkers. And the big thing about the Fungal is that they can't blink away from all of these Banelings that hit. So many of them. The Immortal trying to move back and forth to hit anything, everything that it can. That's going to be the key player in all of this, as well as all these Stalkers. Another Immortal is out, and dozens of infested Terrans dropping down. I wish I could click the T and mouse buttons that fast. Infested Terrans, big thing about them is they're going to be doing substantial DPS against this Protoss army, and they cost absolutely nothing. I don't know, Destiny is really putting on some major pressure to Taberu. He needs to rally a large army up, and he needs to rally it soon to fend off this, well, it seems like mostly Overlord, but a lot of Infestors, and those Infestors just regaining energy happily, already getting their Fungal set up again. More Infested Terrans could drop down. Melee level 2 has finished for Destiny. Range is still at level 1, as well as the Carapace, and we see our Protoss is at 1 armor, 2 weapons. Taberu is also dropping a 4th base down to the right. In fact, it is up. It's finished. He just hasn't transferred any probes to it. But it will be ready to go once his main is mined out. I'm seeing it now at just a few more than 7 probes. 12 more Banelings morphing in, and we do have a Spire coming down. However, with a Hive already completed, I have a feeling that that Spire will go straight into a Greater Spire. Just a little bit of a lull and a play as both players regather themselves, recollect everything that there is. 25 Overlords are out, and most of them I think are just having their own little party here, giving some shade to all the rest of the swarm, saying, yeah, we can tan, you can get some shade, it all works out. Destiny transferring to his 4th as Taberu does the same for his, and a lot of cannons going down, going to secure that base. Taberu is slipping just a little bit on the macro. His minerals are getting up there, and he could, I guess, drop more cannons, more pylons would always be a good mineral dump. Maybe he's just waiting for warp gates to come out. Something always to check for the mark of a good Protoss player is if they keep burning their chrono boosts. It's a free thing that only Protoss has that the other two don't. And you'll see a Terran will always utilize their mules or comsats or supply extensions. Zergs will try to maximize inject larvae. Taberu actually has a couple of full nexuses. Never know which one's the proper plural. A couple other ones at halfway. He really could be chrono boosting these gateways and probably warping it. I think Zealots would be a good choice to tank some damage. They'd be weak against the Banelings, but if the Banelings went for the Zealots instead, that still means that the Stalkers are going to live. Some storms going down, weakening, pot-shotting a few Zerglings. The game in general just gearing up for that big push, that big confrontation that we're likely to see very soon here. Destiny moving in as his roaches are just starting the +2. They're not finishing, they're moving right into so many storms dropping down. Fungal growth going to be hitting a few Zealots though, and a Templar. Really no major damage done. Creeping past the 23:20 mark here. So my game is slowing down even more because there is just so much epic and awesome. It's trying to record every detail. And man, Taberu's macro. I don't want to keep calling him out like, you know, I'm some Grandmaster Pro level GSL winning player. But he's sitting at 2,300 minerals and he really needs to just dump it somehow. Even if he just put down 8 Zealots. Now we do have the Immortal being caught out here in front. It is almost going to get focused down. It is going to die. The Baneling's dropping on so many Stalkers, so many High Templar, counting his light, just being decimated by the power. And Fungal's going down, going to root the Stalkers in place as well and do the additional damage. Even still, Taberu is going to pull out ahead, although I think barely. So Infested Terran's going to try to buy some time. These infestors need to start running away. 9 more roaches, 2 more zerglings out. The supply for both players dropping down readily. And the reinforcing roaches going to finally fend off Taberu's attack as the Immortal is taken down. The Zerglings trying to chase down what they can. Some good Blinkstalker Mike we're going to maximize as much as possible.
Now, Taberu has anticipated a base for Zerg going down in the bottom left, so he does have a pylon in position to just warp in and take that base out once it shows up.
Oh, and he's actually warping in Zealots to the very, very bottom left main, and he's bringing in other Zealots to the bottom left third. He's really, really trying to keep his opponent contained, which is what he needs to do right now. However, he's not producing anything. He's sitting at 139 supply, and he's got 3,500 minerals and 1,000 gas. There he is, warping in 9 stalkers. But he needs to really push some upgrades. He's still only at 1-2. He's got so much money to burn, and I bet he has a chrono boost to help speed it along. A few roaches trying to help secure Destiny's 4th, but they are going to get taken out quickly. But it's a lot of banelings rolling on in. Rolling. Blink trying to get away, but they are just going to find these stalkers and blow up a good number of them. 3, 4, 5 stalkers going down. Many more being severely weakened. Brought into next near death or just taken out by chasing Zerglings. Great move by Destiny, capitalizing and keeping his macro down, making sure that his army stays up, making sure that he's using his units for their maximum potential. Taking out this pylon, that'll secure the third, that secures the bottom left's third. However, he didn't catch the one at the bottom left main. 4 Zealots warping in, just going to be such a pain. Forcing his army to move out of position as the Stalkers move up, checking for any other bases, and now moving into Destiny's third. Great move by Taberu, sending in a small group of Zealots to attack and pull the entire army of Destiny out of defense, making him overcommit a little bit, and then taking out the third completely. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take out the bottom left, so you could almost say it was just a simple trade for Destiny, in that he lost his third, but he still had the bottom left functioning. Still puts him down a base where he would have otherwise been. Taberu expanding to a 5th at the bottom right.